What's up, stranger? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm back.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm real good.
Shout out to you, Evan Spadoni, for having my back, man.
Well, I mean, in fairness, and you know me, I like to bring attention to myself if it's positive, but I actually didn't have your back.
What do you mean?
I wasn't here.
Oh, man.
That's
what really hurt when I couldn't get here, is I had Evan waiting on me. But anyway, man, I missed you.
Yeah,
I got
a text message from Goo 3,000 miles away, and it was obvious he was having trouble getting in with some car situations, and I'm glad it all worked out. Spadoni getting that extra time, double time, turning into triple time.
Look at him.
Spadoni's already on my bad side.
You're in a good mood.
30 seconds,
I feel it.
30 seconds into the office, Spadoni wants to talk about the in-season tournament.
Well, you should have brought up Raiders. That would have been like right on them.
What do you mean? They hung in.
They didn't score.
They hung in, though.
Okay. They actually, it was a push, so they covered.
Okay,
so it's fine.
Right. Find the positive, because Steiny's dude's in the mood. I like it.
I was thinking the last show that I did, were you here that day?
Yeah, it was you and I. You
remember how I started off the
day
show?
after our argument, yep.
Remember how I started? No.
Yeah.
Our argument was Tuesday. And
then Wednesday was our last show, because I was out Thursday with family stuff, and then Friday.
I did Thursday with you? Oh, that's right. It was a hell of a show.
No, Evan, he remembers.
But no, wait. Where was I going here with this?
How you started the show?
Oh, when did the Warriors play? Last Wednesday? Yes. So we came in
Friday.
Thursday.
Before then, though.
It was the game before Oklahoma City. Okay.
Right. Portland.
So Portland, I came out, and I said, let me start out with something positive. And I talked about Jonathan Kuminga and how what he did.
Oh, yeah, that was Evan. That wasn't me.
And I figured, good start, positive start. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to talk a little Niners for about just give me a minute.
Take your time.
Just give me a minute. I win 28-16 against Seattle yesterday. Here's the thing that, I want to focus on the game itself, but the game itself lends itself to this. So I was thinking about the Niners. And last year they acquired Christian McCaffrey about halfway through the season. And Christian McCaffrey is a guy who, from the day he got here till yesterday, is going to touch the ball 25 times a game. So a year ago, they bring a guy in. They have good players. They have Kittle. They have Debo. They have Ayuk. But they bring in McCaffrey. And McCaffrey becomes their bell cow. Nobody said a word. This guy's come onto the team in 1 year. He takes most of the touches. He's a great running back. He can catch the ball. What I'm getting at is they still have 3 or 4 playmakers, and there's no complaints. They have no diva problem.
Wow.
I mean, you ever watch the NFL on a Monday and see how many
Metcalf yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. How many wide receivers
whine and bitch.
How many wide receivers don't get the ball enough and this, that, and the, so, and it's kind of come together because Bosa was talking a week or two ago about how unselfish they were rushing Jalen Hurts. And I was just starting to think about that with the offense. And so who gets credit for this? The 49ers have maybe the most dynamic offense in football, but they have a lot of weapons. But none of the weapons has any gripe that they might not get the ball enough.
Oh, man.
And they got a guy like Brandon Ayuk who's having a good year, and he's blocking 50 yards down the field for Christian McCaffrey. So anyway, I just kept thinking about the chemistry of this team and the fact that and I don't know who the comparison, the names are, I'm kind of rambling here, but you get Christian McCaffrey, and it's kind of like the Warriors getting Durant.
No doubt about it.
Right, but it only works if Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green say, well, this is great. We just got Kevin Durant. He's going to score 30. That's going to take some away from us, but you know what? Who cares? And that's the way the 49ers to me are.
I agree totally, wholeheartedly with you, but I think you left somebody out. Because the guys you said, Draymond, Steph, and Klay, they have a superior. They got to report to somebody.
So is it Kyle Shanahan?
No doubt about it.
Okay, so Kyle Shanahan is the reason it's working.
Whatever he's preaching, I don't even know his zodiac sign. Whatever he's doing or trying to implement, it's been implemented, and they see it. It's about winning, Steiny. And again, everybody's eating now too, and that's why I call Brock Purdy Magic Johnson. And yesterday, Seattle came to play. 72-yard opening run by McCaffrey. I'm like, oh, this is part 2 of the Thanksgiving debacle. Here we go. I got to tip my cap to Seattle because I know how damn good this Niner team is, and I don't want to ruin I got something for you, Steiny, a prediction. I don't want to ruin it, but I told Evan this before the show. The San Francisco 49ers offense has surpassed their defense, and that doesn't mean the defense is not great. But what you talk about is being unselfish. That is the head coach first. What he's preaching, they're buying. And right now, Steiny, it's just amazing. George Kittle with the finger roll. Debo deep down the field. Ayuk when he doesn't fumble it on the 31-yarder, 35-yarder. And then you got McCaffrey, man. This team is the best team in football. They're playing like it. And for you to come out with the Kevin Durant example, I just got to tell you, when I buckle down and watch this team play, Steiny, I don't know if there's a team out there that can stop them. And I know today is not, how far it's about the Seattle game, but that's how good this team is on both sides of the ball.
I think, believe it or not, I'm watching that game yesterday, and I can see how they could get beat, the 49ers. But you also see how if they just control what they can control, they're probably not going to get beat. I was telling Evan.
Yeah.
Just because last week it came out, how are you going to beat him? How are you going to beat him? And here's how you can beat him.
Yeah, turnovers.
when the Seattle Seahawks got it to 21-16
that was
in the
game.
second half.
Yeah.
They go for 2, they don't get it, whatever. But at 21-16, yes, if the 49ers make a big mistake there,
no doubt,
then you never know. Now, I'm not saying they make a mistake there, they lose the game, but that's the way you get beat. You turn it over there, and then Seattle gets a cheapie, and now all of a sudden you're playing from behind.
Yeah.
But what happened? They score on 3 plays into their drive. Deebo Samuel scores. Boom, 28-16, it's over. So, on the one hand, the only thing that's going to get this team beat, you feel like at times,
is themselves.
Is an untimely turnover. Yeah. A turnover at the wrong time. But
Purdy threw one yesterday, bounced off Ayuk's hand, miscommunication, but it is what it is.
It's early. It's early. It's early in the game. I do think there's a difference between late turnovers and early turnovers.
But one more takeaway from me, Steiny. So they had 6 explosive plays of 30 yards or more. Yesterday, the Niners had 6. I know they won by 12, but Brock is slinging that thing. It's like his eyes and antennas just go up because he's looking down the field. But, I mean, that's why if they get behind, I feel like fully healthy, Steiny, you're going to have to go 15 rounds to take this, I'm going to call him this champ, out because he's looking downfield and he's got the guys. 6 plays, 30 yards or more yesterday. That's just incredible.
888-957-9570 is the number. Let's talk about that game yesterday. I thought it was a real interesting game. I thought the 49ers were solid. What would you give them? A B? Good solid B. The game was never in doubt. They could have won by 3 touchdowns, but who cares, right?
I'll give them a B+.
So I just wonder how 49er fans view that and, what a difference a couple weeks has made. The 49ers now number 1 seed right now in the NFC.
Man.
And
NFC championship game.
Yeah, it would be here right now.
And they would get a bye.
The other thing I was thinking now, and here's where I would be a little more cautious.
In what regard?
Well, I mean,
it's football.
The season's only 3/4 over. Yeah. So what if, the way I look at it is this. All right, best team in football. Who's the best? You know what? A month into the season, a lot of people were saying the Cowboys. All right? Then 5 games into the season, we were saying the Niners.
Yeah.
Then the Niners lose 3 in a row, and we're saying the Eagles. They were the best team for 5 weeks. Okay, now we're 10-3, 13 weeks into the season or 14, and the Niners seem like they're the best team in football. They still got to be the best team in football a month from now.
No doubt.
Like
but
it kind of doesn't matter than for the seed.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But they still can lose the number one seed.
Right, but if you're a Niner fan today, how proud, like your coffee's better, your trip to work, the traffic's better because, Steiny, you think about the future. And right now, I mean, what they're doing and what they have at their disposal is sickening. It's an embarrassment of riches.
They got banged up. They got banged up a little yesterday.
No, they did, and we saw Drew Lock. You move the ball and have some success early on. DK Metcalf. See, the Niners don't have pissy guys like that. Oh, I ain't getting the ball. And I know he's a gamer, Steiny, but he was mad he wasn't getting the rock. But to come out and get a 50, 30-yard bomb, a wop, and I'm thinking, okay, Seattle came to play. The Niners, as you touched on, they don't have that. But yesterday and every game until we get to that juncture you speak of, Steiny, fans just want to imagine, dream, and just take in the moment of right now there's not a team playing, maybe Dallas, but you beat Dallas, better football than what we are. And the cherry on top is, I don't know what Brock Purdy has to do to anybody out there, but right now your boy's slinging it. He's winning, and Steiny, he's got 2 playoff wins under his belt already. I don't know when it stops, when people just want to say, you know what, the dude's playing, he's a baller right now. I don't know what he's going to be in a year or 2 years or when this is going to
I want to know what he's going to be next week, the week after that, the first playoff game, the NFC Championship, and the Super Bowl. I mean,
they are just, rolling.
That's really all there is for Purdy is can he be the quarterback of this team if it goes to the Super Bowl? I don't see any reason why not.
And now Ward went out. You mentioned the injuries, but before Mooney Ward went out, but Steiny, he's playing his ass off. Like, damn, okay, I thought the secondary could be had. And again, Seattle, Lockett, they did some things. We saw Tampa Bay come in here with Baker Mayfield and do some things in the air. But at the end of the day, when all the chips are on the table and we're talking about full health, Steiny, San Francisco 49ers are a problem. And they have the number 1 seed. Now, do they hold on to it? We'll see. But right now, if you ask me and a lot of football faithful who the best team in the NFL is today, what's the date?
And
December 11th is the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, and that's where the Steiny is still going to be Steiny. Because you know what? Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Right.
The Eagles were the best team 3 weeks ago. Now they're third in the NFC. So they got to keep winning.
Yep.
They got to keep winning. The 49ers I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. You know, one of the guys in our sphere who's smarts I respect is Joe Spadoni. He sends a text yesterday that made me want to throw a brick through the phone.
Which one?
Pressure has bothered Brock Purdy today. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You do realize that every quarterback is susceptible to pressure.
I would ask Spadoni to go public with that. That's just me. But I
would tell Spadoni there is no privacy in this.
Steiny Russell, yeah.
Steiny, was I right or was I wrong?
But isn't that what we know is going to get the 49ers?
Was I wrong?
You were affirming what we all know.
Oh, okay. So I was right.
That most quarterbacks, I'm going to say all quarterbacks struggle with pressure.
And there were some miscommunications, too. Seattle was good.
Yeah.
Some are better than others.
Yeah.
Right.
But he was improvising yesterday, too.
But that's what's going to get the Niners beat.
Right.
If during a big game, Purdy is under pressure, he makes a mistake or two at the wrong time.
Yeah.
That's every quarterback.
No doubt.
That's every quarterback, Joe.
Spadoni.
Every one of them. Even the great Derek Carr, even Jimmy G. Spadone. You've seen a litany of great quarterbacks in the silver and black. They're just different.